Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another stellar episode of Danny Does Disney. I'm Danny.
I'm Molly.
And we are here for HHN, Halloween Horror Nights, now in its 27th year. Tonight we are actually going to the event. Unlike my last episode, which was just a basic walkthrough of the scare zones during the daytime, tonight we're going to experience all 9 houses, all 5 scare zones, and see both Bill and Ted for its last year, as well as the Academy of Villains stage show. I am super stoked. We have been literally planning this for a year now. Despite it being a little bit rainy and having quite possibly the ugliest umbrella in the world, we're gonna have an awesome time. Let's go! And we're in! We are in the Stay and Scream zone here in Springfield. As I always suggest, pick up a park map. There is a special event guide for HHN. It's got survival tips, as they call it. Some obvious things like just keep reminding yourself that it's only a nightmare, as well as make sure that you come early and stay late. Tonight, the event is going on until 2. The hours do vary, so make sure that you know before you go so that you're aware of what hours you're gonna have. The official event guide also saying that there's an order in which you should do things. Recommends hitting the shows first, then do the original houses, and then finally do the TV/movie themed houses later on. That comes straight from the guide. Obviously, you're free to do it in any order you like. The event guide also says there is free admission to select clubs on City Walk after your nightmare ends here in the park.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Time is 5:30, and they're letting us in.
Don't wait up for Daddy, Eli.
Our first house of the night here is going to be Blumhouse. Is it called the Blumhouse of Terror?
It's called the
Blumhouse of Horrors?
The House of Blumhouse.
The House of Blumhouse? Opens at 5:45, so we still got a couple minutes. But it's right back here between the Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure show stage and the Men in Black attraction. So it's called the Horrors of Blumhouse, or the Horrors of Blumhouse, or the House of the Horrors of Blumhouse House. Regardless of what it's called, this house features Insidious, The Purge, and Sinister. First house of the night, best house of the night, favorite house of the night. Multiple things I liked about this house, including
And multiple scares.
a lot. Well, you screamed like 40 times. I liked how it was long too. I feel like
that was really long.
I expected it to be over, and then there were just more areas to walk through. I think my favorite might have been Sinister, but
Really?
Insidious was good too. I think you might have screamed most for Insidious.
I think I did too. Lady in Black, or whatever they call her, reaching
She was like,
out.
"Don't you dare!"
I can't.
We brought our umbrella with us, which is the surefire way to know that it's not going to rain.
Yeah.
But Molly had the ingenious idea. We're just going to turn it in. Hopefully it'll get up to Lost and Found, and then we'll be able to pick it up at the end of the night. My fear is that as soon as we do that, it's going to start raining.
Meanwhile,
Next house of the night is our first original house, the Hive, which is only a 5-minute wait, so we're not going to use our express pass. So this house is an original house, and it is a vampire breeding ground. I don't think I was ready for that house, and you just said you don't think you were ready for it either.
No, I honestly feel like it was just thrown into the deep end.
Yeah, not your cup of tea?
Nah. But when we go back through it later, we'll see how it is.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say about this house. I liked it. If I had to rate it out of 5,
Out of 5?
I would say 3.
Yeah.
3.5. A quick time check. It's literally just past 6 p.m. We have already done 2 houses, walking right past Krusty Land where the roaming hordes are out. This year, probably inspired by that movie with the clown, it is Clowns. With
The intimidating sounds of a chainsaw. There we go.
best not to make eye contact, because if you make eye contact, you're pretty much...
I feel like if we make eye contact, then we connect. It's like... I don't know if I'm scared.
Lords and ladies, we are about to walk through our first scare zone of the evening. It is the
Trick or treat
scare zone. We recently saw this movie and we were kind of confused by it. You're a creep.
Get off my lawn!
I'm sorry, we don't have any candy. She's got candy. Next house of the night is Scarecrow the Weeping. So this is another original house, and the premise of this house is that there was a farm that was ravaged by the blood of scarecrows that manifested and came to life, and now they're back for revenge.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Catch your breath. That is my favorite original content house so far. That got me. That was fun. Not only was it scary and freaky, there were parts where you were walking through and I didn't know where to go.
There was a guy with like a really big, scary mouth, I guess.
Oh my god.
And he got us both good.
He got me really bad. That was like the biggest guy in the house, closer to the end. Did not expect that. He was kind of like Oogie Boogie-ish.
Yeah.
And like right before that, there was a part where you were just walking through a long corridor. And that part was kind of like, where am I going? What's happening? There are people around every corner.
Yeah.
There were things tripping on me. I was so disoriented at parts. It did something to my senses with either the lights or the things that were hanging down. They used this like multi-level thing that I haven't seen in a lot of other houses, where there were scarecrows like down low and up high, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give that house a 4.5.
I thought it was better than mine.
Yeah, for sure. That was really well done. Time check, not even 7. It's literally not even 7 o'clock, and we've already done 1/3 of the houses here, and it is a 5-minute wait for our next house of the night, which is Ashe vs. Evil Dead. We are approaching the entrance for the house, and there is a little bit of a projection right up there. We're kind of losing a bit of the effect because it's still kind of light out, but there is Ashe's Delta. Awesome house. If you watch this show, you are going to be thoroughly impressed with the house. They show a bunch of scenes from the show. I like how you walk in through the RV, and there's the old woman, his neighbor, right there. Not the scariest of houses, but I don't think it intended to be. I think it intended to be accurate, which it was to the show, and it depicted it pretty spot on. So it's around 7:15 now. We just completed our 4th house of the night. We actually haven't used any express yet, meaning that all the houses that we've done, we're going to be able to go through again with the express pass. We literally have 5 houses left and 7 hours with which to play. It really hasn't been all that busy tonight.
I think
I'm
maybe the rain kind of scared people away. But
Yeah, it
it's
could
not
be.
raining.
Later that same evening.
So we are now entering the Festival of the Deadliest Scare Zone. Past 8 o'clock now. About to enter our 5th house of the night, Saw, featuring the Games of Jigsaw, which is the promo for the new movie that's coming out. We're still not using Express because we want to come back later on. We just came out of the Saw house, and I like this house. I thought it was very well themed. It was more of a thriller house than a scary house. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit gorier than it was. So that was pleasantly surprising because the Hive was very gory.
I didn't think it was scary, and I don't like Saw, and I don't like realistic gore like that, so I was really surprised when
5 stars, I'll probably give this one a 3.
Not even.
So you like the Hive better than this?
I do like the Hive better. I mean, this one is literally just a glorified horror museum, and it's not, I'm not into it. It wasn't that scary to me.
Walking through the Altars of Horror scare zone right now. Next house of the night, American Horror Story. Currently a 35-minute wait. We're gonna make a pit stop over here at the Mills Die-In.
I think last year was better.
You do?
Yeah.
I think this year might have been better.
Really?
So I think out of 5 stars, I'd give that one a 2.8. I haven't seen season 3.
Yeah. I wish that I saw season 3, but...
And I haven't seen most of season 6 either.
It was still a scary house.
Like, just walking in, the white angel girl that came out of nowhere, she kind of freaked me out, and then...
Those scare actors on stilts?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was really unexpected.
She came like right down.
Yeah. Seeing the floating scene as if we were floating, or as if the stuff was floating on the ceiling, that was really surprising.
I definitely think it was more of a visual house.
Yeah, I mean, but I got scared a couple times.
Yeah, no. So we're also going to talk about the Shining house.
Yeah.
This might have been, so far, my 3rd favorite house. I really like the effort put into this house. I think that they were spot on with their references. The scene where the blood's coming out of the elevator, really well done.
It flowed beautifully.
It was very immersive. I think the scare actors were on point.
But I really only got scared like one good time though in that house.
Because of that guy, you thought it was a mannequin.
Oh,
and that's something I noticed this year is like, it's kind of tougher to tell who's a mannequin and who's a real actor.
I know. I don't know who's a mannequin, so I am freaking out, like looking up and down. And I thought we were safe, so that was like a good scare.
That's key. Don't think you're safe, because when you think you're safe, you're not safe. It's just like the umbrella thing. We gave our umbrella away, and then it started to rain, and then I bought an umbrella, and now it hasn't rained for the rest of the night.
Karma.
We're gonna purge or what?
Gather around, ladies and gentlemen, gather around. I've still got a lot of purging to do. How are we on purge night, ladies and gentlemen? That's what I like to hear. Now I have 3 very lovely ladies here with me tonight, ready to sacrifice themselves for the good of our nation. Now which one should I choose, ladies and gentlemen? This is a democracy after all.
Moments later.
Our next house of the night is The Fallen.
More moments later.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think besides Scarecrow, that might be my 2nd favorite original house.
Really?
Yes.
I love the set. I love that you could like see it, and that there were things flying all over the place. That was really cool.
Literally, there were a couple scare actors that were above us, like literally flying over us.
Yeah.
With wings, and I like the gothic vibe and the angels versus demons type of thing.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I thought it was well thought out, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little bit gory, but not overly.
I actually don't think I got scared at all. Maybe like
And you
one
jumped.
time. I think the most scared I've been so far was in Blumhouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that was our first house of the night.
Yeah, but I still haven't been scared like that yet.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Dead Waters though.
Yes, that is our next house. That's the last one. And then we'll have completed all 9, and it's not even midnight. It's literally not even 11. That's crazy.
And we're gonna redo some houses too, so that's gonna be really fun.
For sure. Let's go. Close to 11 o'clock, it's only a 25-minute wait, which brings us to our final house of the night, or at least our final first experience house of the night, Dead Waters.
You're in my world now, not your world. And I got friends on the other side.
I think that's the mark of a good house, for sure. When you walk out of it and you're like, that's it? Because it kind of left you wanting more.
Yeah.
Not to say that it didn't offer enough, because I think it did. I take back what I said about 10 minutes ago about Fallen being my second favorite original house, because I think this was my second favorite. It might even be my favorite in terms of theming.
Yeah.
In terms of
The illusions
scares.
were crazy.
Yeah, just walking in, like that horizontal facade, and the fact that you had to walk through that actual horizontally.
Yeah, and you thought that you were going up or down, but you were really just going straight, and that I thought was really cool. That was the first time I think I've ever been in a house like that HHM has done.
But yeah, it definitely messed with your perception.
Yeah.
It was a lot to take in.
I definitely think that the facade for this house was spot on. It literally looked like one of those steamboats that they take up the Mississippi,
For sure.
It was completely destroyed, and it was really cool to see that.
Yeah, I like how it looked weathered and old and aged.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I noticed there was a scare actor with a repurposed mask. I remember getting a particular shot in Dead Man's Wharf last year of a guy wearing that same exact mask. I think it's a great repurposing of that. I'm glad we did not use our express pass on that, because I'm definitely going to want to
Yeah,
go
we'll
through
go
that
back again.
Now entering our final scare zone of the evening, Invasion. We come in peace. Having just gone through our last scare zone, the only thing we have left to do now is see the very last year of Bill and Ted's excellent Halloween adventure. Bill and Ted was fun, it was high energy. All in all, it was a little bit less offensive than last year's show, but it's not coming back next year, and I don't think a lot of people are gonna miss it, to be quite honest with you.
Good riddance, goodbye. Rumor has that they're getting rid of the Fear Factor show and the whole building, and they're gonna extend the Harry Potter experience in Universal Studios. But we'll see what happens, if that's even why they're getting rid of Bill and Ted. They could just be getting rid of Bill and Ted because it's time.
I think it's just time. And unfortunately, after all those weeks and months of planning for this, all nightmares must end. We are absolutely exhausted. We really appreciate you guys taking out the time from your day to watch us. We know you have a choice when it comes to vloggers. We hope we're doing a good job. Please feel free to leave us a comment to let us know. As I always suggest, please hit the subscribe button right under this video to stay up to date with content from both Universal and Disney parks. Please like this video. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, have a magical day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.